Welcome everyone to another beautiful episode of Saturday Night Live with Posha Malcolm. I'm so thankful to have you here with me tonight. Happy Happy Saturday. Today, past was Sabbath. I had a good time meditating and, reflecting and all of that. I hope you did as well. Tonight is extra special because at exactly 1 a.m. last Sunday morning, while I was working, I reached 1,000 subscribers. I am beyond grateful to each and every one of you who subscribed, watched, liked, commented, and shared. Thank you for believing in this journey with me. And I'm just going to do some little celebration. If you are here on the chat, please give a thumbs up to let me know that you're around. We have just started Posha Saturday Night Live with Posha. Give me a moment. I normally ring my sister up to let her know that I am live because sometimes she doesn't remember. So give me a second, guys. Okay. It's ringing, and I want her to be a part of the celebration. Hi, Jay. Can you let mommy know that I'm online? All right. Thank you. All right. All right. All right. So they are on. Yeah. We have reached 1,000 plus subscribers. And let me tell you, I'm so grateful. I'm super grateful. Yes. So we're going to celebrate. Yeah. Gonna celebrate. And you know, I normally celebrate, right? But the last time I was at 100, when I reached 100, I celebrated with this video. You can check it out. And I said that I'm not going to celebrate again with that video until I reach 1,000 subscribers. And I'm at 1,000 plus subscribers since last Sunday. So I want to play this video as I welcome, as I please give a thumbs up to let me know that you're in the chat. And you know, I normally celebrate with my, yeah. So here it goes. And I'm also celebrating coming on exactly 8 p.m. Can you imagine that? Yes, I'm stepping up my game. Yes, I have to step up my game for you. So here is the song. Whee! All right, guys. I hope you're celebrating with me now. Hey, fancy crazy cat guy. And one and only Venus, thank you. And I know Andel should be on too. celebrating reaching 1,000 subscribers. I tell you, it has been a journey. Yes, it has been a long, long journey. All right, so I'm looking over here for my chat, but I hope you enjoy that vibe as we celebrate. And yes, I had my little mic. I forgot to do the announcement. So because I know persons, I usually start a little bit later, but today I am on at 8 p.m. So yes, we are officially at 1,000 in our Posha Nation community. And I said, big up to each and every one of you. Thank you so Thank you so much, Crazy Cat Guy. I appreciate that. And Dark Snow White says, good evening, everyone. All right. And the heart. Thank you. I appreciate it, everyone. Really, 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 really happy. Really, really happy about this because I started last year. Crazy Cat Guy. So in the chat you can get stickers. So thank you, Crazy Cat Guy, for that. And Crazy Cat Guy say, hey, Dark Snow White. All right. And Crazy Cat Guy says she got 1,000 subscribers. Yes. And I'm elated. And imagine I left it all until Saturday Night Live to share it with you, to share it all with you. I really wanted to share it, this so you can be in the celebration because all of us have contributed to me reaching 1,000 subscribers. And that was from Sunday. So you are special to me. And I just wanted you to know that. Yes, I'm with my with my mic. It's actually a thing that I bought, like a toy. I think I got it as a gift, or not really a gift, but something. I don't remember how I got it, but it was free, and it has a little mic. So yeah, I'm using it to celebrate with you tonight. Yes, the journey. I'm going to tell you more about it later on, but I want to give some persons shout out, right? Crazy Cat Guy, you were the first to be on my Saturday Night Live. Peace, love, sunshine. Congratulations on the 1,000 and members. I do appreciate it. And you are part of my shout out. Yes, a special shout out to Peace, Love, Sunshine. Special shout out to Crazy Cat Guy. Special shout out to RJ Mackenzie. Yes, and last week we had Mr. Bear. No, remind me, Peace, Love, Sunshine. Let me see. I know Beard. Remind me of his name again. I hope he's on, but I hope he corrects me. Yes, I don't remember the first part. Thank you for the shout out post, of course. And I will be posting a lot more out of persons in the community each week. I want to make it a daily thing where I give you that shout out. Retired Beard. Can you imagine? What a name! Yes, Crazy Cat Guy says, I'm glad I can join and be a member. I really do appreciate that. Thank you. Thank you so much. So, Crazy Cat Guy, he has joined my membership. Welcome to Posha Insider. I appreciate you, Crazy Cat Guy. You were the first to join my live, and you have become the first to be a member on this channel on an important night like tonight. I really appreciate it. Love all the way. And I just want to say, big up yourself. So guys, you can join me. Well, tonight, I am inviting you to become a part. of the Posha family membership, because April, yes, he's not on yet. Usually I join a bit later, and so maybe he is going to be on later on. But I know I will catch him up on the excitement, right? And says, Queenland says, congratulations, he's my husband. So I appreciate it. And I'll tell you a little bit more that this journey, he has been with me on this journey. Yes. So tonight, as I'm saying, I'm inviting you to become a part of the Posha family membership, because April is going to be transformative. Crazy Cat Guy says, oh, Peace, Love, Sunshine says, no idea. So as I believe, he will soon be on. And along with RJ, they usually come on later based on last week. So Crazy Cat Guy say, oh, you said retired beard. So I was confused. Laugh out loud. Yes, retired beard. Hopefully he will be on this evening. Yes. So for $2.99 per month, you become a Posha insider, and for $4.99 per month as a Posha supporter, and you'll get exclusive access to my April Refresh 30-day vlog series, behind the scenes content, once per month live, pictures, and so much more. I think the difference between the Posha Insider and the Posha Supporter is that for the Posha Supporter, once per month, you'll be getting a live chat with me, and I plan that it will be very good. So that's the difference. So all the perks in the Posha Insider, Posha Supporter will get all of those as well. I have been doing a 30 April refresh 30-day blog. It has been every day there's something. I have not gotten to post the 3rd to the 5th day because of the amount of things, but I am going to be catching up on that this week. I'm posting all the days and make sure every day you get something from this blog, and it's always good. You will always leave with something positive. So Crazy Guy Cat Guy says, I share with him. Okay, great. Thank you so much. And thank you once again for your support. Welcome to Posha Nation as a Posha insider. You really make my day. Let's go deeper together. You can join me here on YouTube. Okay, just click the join button. Any support? This is what I do. This is what I do. This is what I do. You're going to hear about my journey later on. You're going to hear, and this is what I do. I wasn't seeking it out. God was saying, this is where the path you're going to take, the journey you're going to travel next. I didn't ask for it. Yes, so Crazy Cat Guy says, I couldn't figure out the book thing, but I'll buy one soon. No, you're not going to buy any. This book is yours. It is yours. All I need from you is your address to send it, to post it. I use Canada Post. They ship all over the world. So if you're in the US, they ship it to the US. If they're somewhere else, they ship it to that country, to that local post office. So all I need is for you to go to, whether I see you link me up on Instagram, but I never realized that there's a section in I'm still learning about Instagram, guys. Still learning about it. There's a way that you have to go into a certain button to see your messages that person send to you, not just the people who you're on Instagram with. There's another button that you can actually read messages from people who you're not connected with, like following, right? So that's what happened to me. Then I realized that you did send me a message in the Instagram, so you can use that if you're comfortable with sending Instagram messages. I'll look in that button to find the message, so you can send me the information so I can send you your book. And it's actually by the author, is actually signatured by the author as Crazy Cat Guy. Oh, this is the wrong one. That's the wrong one. So I had bought one for myself and I got one for you. Okay, here is yours. Whoops. Yes, this one is yours. Yes, Crazy Cat Guy. Look at it. To Crazy, let me see. To Crazy Cat Guy. So it's signatured, it's yours. This is yours. I just need for you to send me your info so I can send it to you. Yes. So Crazy Cat Guy was the first to join my first Saturday Night Live. So I appreciate you. And Crazy Cat Guy says, I'm starting a job Monday. Wow. Congratulations. So, guys, let me see again. He says you got email right. Yes, so it's info dot my name Posha Malcolm Malcolm at gmail.com. So that's the email that you're going to send the information to. If you remember, the person who actually commented since since she started following me, since she subscribed to my channel, Wisdom Sparks Motivation, she has already received her book. She told me that she received her book. So it's just for you to get yours now. And I, okay. Okay, I gotta figure it out. I really want a book. Yes, you're going to get it. So Crazy Cat Guy says, okay, I'll send it on IG. Yes. Thank you. I just sent the info to your Instagram. Okay, got it. All right. I'm excited. And guess what we are going to do tonight? We are going to celebrate Crazy Cat Guy on getting a job, and he will be starting on Monday. So we have to play the tune again, right? And we have to celebrate. We have to celebrate. Okay, guys. So please celebrate with me. Crazy Cat Guy starting his new job on Monday. All right, here we go. All right, guys. Here we go. I hope you're dancing too. I hope you're enjoying it and celebrating Crazy Cat Guy. All right. Oh, goodness. That was so much fun. The job seemed like it will be good. It's going to be good. It's going to be just get to know your role and just interact with everyone and just be yourself. Be your authentic self. And I'll be praying for you. I'll be praying that everything goes smoothly, especially that first week, that orientation week. So RJ is in the house. Welcome, RJ. And he says, hello, Portia. What was the dancing for? Was that a workout? Okay, so we're going to fill you in. Remember, guys, I told you about this time. RJ should be around, and also retired Beard, hopefully. But guess what, RJ? With Crazy Cat Guy has a job, and he will be start working on Monday. So that's really wonderful. So we're just celebrating him, knowing that, you know, he can do his thing. And don't give up content creating also, Crazy Cat Guy. You know, you have an opportunity to use this to communicate and say, oh, I did my first day and this is what I found. You know, just inject. You don't have to show anything at work, but when you get home, you can just share with us the experience so that we can have that awareness of how it is for you. So, you know, that is such a milestone to know that you have done that, you have achieved that. I tell you, when I got my first job here, I was over the moon because, you know, I went through two or three interviews. Yes. So like a group interview, which was the second time I was doing a group interview. And guess what I did with the interview? I literally the second interview, they tell you what you need to do. You're going to speak on this and you're going to talk on that. So what I did was to get some ants in a jar. I put in a jar some ants and I tell about, you know, the ants, and I don't remember all that was required of us, but I use ants as my demonstration. And that landed me. And I think that landed me the third interview, and I got the job, and I was so excited about it because it was my first job in Canada, my first job, and I got it. And it's an accomplishment that you should celebrate. And so we are celebrating tonight Crazy Cat Guy achievement of that. And so Crazy Cat Guy says, I won't give up on it. I'm planning on doing outdoor streams this spring and summer. That is awesome. I was looking at a video while I was worshiping just moments ago, and it was a video that I did of the stream. And let me tell you, it refreshed my soul. And I'm like, oh my gosh, these things are so nice. So yes, I will tune in for that for sure. Just don't give up and just continue to forge ahead and put out your content. If you can put out something every day, no matter how small it is, even if it's a 1-2 minutes long form video, put it out. Or even a shorts, put it out. I encourage you to put it out. And Crazy Cat Guy says, I might do some fishing streams. Actually, oh, what you not say? What you not saying? What you not say is the Jamaican Creole way. I don't know if RJ knows. But yeah, I love fishing. I love fishing as well. Yeah, so you can fish for both of us. That's a story. I remember. I remember with fishing, Crazy Cat Guy, I went river fishing. So the sea comes in, so there's a bridge, and we went down to the bridge, and there's like the sea comes in, so it makes like a little stream, a little river, and that's where we fish. But it was big, a good sized stream, because near on the other side they do mining of sand. So you know it was a good size river. Yanni might know it's Aguata Vale. I think it's Aguata Vale. That's what they call it, where they have the sand mining. And let me tell a crazy cat guy, I went with a friend of mine that was at my home church back in St. Mary. I don't remember his name now. And he gave me one a rod for me to pull in the, to fish my thing. And when you look, he said, okay, all mine. He was going to make two for himself. He said, all mine. And when he gave it to me, mine started to pull fish on the net, on the hook. And when I start to pull it in, the next hand start to pull and have to be pulling both of them. I never forget that. Fishing is nice. So I'm going to tune in. And I hope everyone tune in to Crazy Cat Guy for that. We're looking forward to it. So in the chat, he says, I won't give up. Okay, so he said, I might do some fishing streams actually. And then he says, also, when I can get a good harness for my cat, I'm going to try and get him used to being walked. Yes, that's nice. It's always nice to see. I think Bobby's, she has her cats and her dogs, and she goes for a walk with them. And I like that. I always tune in for that. So fishing is relaxing. It is. Have you ever had a catfish? Is that saltfish? Maybe it's saltfish based on what I know it as. Wagwater Vale. Thank you for the correction, Yannick. And you got a fish for them at night. Oh, I don't know let me look it up. Catfish. Let me look for catfish, because I should know it. Catfish. Oh, I've seen them before, but I don't know if I've catch and if I've eaten any or anything like that. It has some little antennas below and then two antennas above, and the mouth is wide. I don't know it like that, but I think I've seen them before. So Crazy Cat Guy says catfish like to. Okay, so Yannick said yes. RJ says I need to go out fishing one day. It's nice. And Crazy Cat Guy says catfish like to hide on the riverbanks. Oh, and he says fried catfish is popular in the States. Oh, okay. I don't know it like that. RJ said I've never eaten catfish. I don't think I've eaten it either, but I've seen that in fish videos. I've seen that one, but I don't know it like that. No, no. So Crazy Cat Guy, they like chicken liver. They used to use worm and put the worm. Yanni could know the common worm that in the earth, and they would put it. My sister is actually one and only Venus. That's her channel. She actually does herbs and also farming. So catfish that is. And she said mudfish is another. Okay, mudfish. Mudfish then does plumpy. That was what we were catching, mudfish, right? And RJ says chicken liver, what a funny way to attract fish. Yes, and they use worm. Fish will be attracted to anything like that once it's on the hook and dangling. Yes, that's the word. They will be attracted to it and want to eat it, want to get it, because they think that it's food, it's moving, it's food. August worm. Yes, I used to be afraid of August worm. Like, whoa, August worm, and it's born in it has my month's name, and I'm saying it has my month's name. So why should I be afraid of it? But I was. So they put the August worm on the hook and throw it out, and that will attract the fish, and the fish would want to eat it. So once it hook, you go up with the hand, so it hook and just bring it in. So you can't you have to keep it up. That's why you always see them going something like this to keep it up. So yeah, And also RJ, on top of celebrating Crazy Cat's guy new job, we are also celebrating my channel having 1,000 plus subscribers. So I really am excited that we have reached that community amount of we have that in our community. So it's a blessing, but I tell you, it has been a challenge, getting to where I'm at. But it has also been a joy. And it gives me so much pleasure to know that we can gather here on a Saturday night and talk and communicate with each other. And we are at different places all over the world. It really is a joy for me. And I look forward to every Saturday night. And I tell myself that I can't be late anymore. I have to step up my game. And so we started at 8. So Crazy Cat Guy says, RJ, they love the chicken liver. Why you think they love the chicken liver? I know it has the chicken. Well, why particularly chicken liver? Is it? So RJ says, Crazy Cat Guy, that's interesting. I bet they love chicken hearts. Crazy Cat Guy says it gives them more to bite on the hook too. Oh, Crazy Cat Guy says chicken hearts for sure. Oh, because it has that little plumpiness. So they, unlike the worm, it doesn't have that cushion. That so they. Wow, I'm trying to think like a fish. Crazy Cat Guy says, I think it's the smell for them. Ah, the smell. It would be because it's outside of the chicken. But the worm is a little bit more, well, I can't think like a fish anymore. Yeah, and the smell from the blood. Okay. Now I understand. With that, I understand now. Yes. And probably sharks can be attracted to that blood. So it's a good thing that it's the line that is out there and not you. But fishing and all of that is a crazy. It's not a crazy, but I have another story behind that. I'm very adventurous, right? And one day back in Jamaica, in my parish, which is St. Mary. So we have 14 parishes in Jamaica, and I live in one of them. It's beside the tourist parish, Otrias. So we have Otrias and we have Portland, which are two tourist parishes. So we're in the middle. And so one day I went to Portmore, which is the capital of St. Mary. I went to see somebody, but the person wasn't available. So I said, what am I going to do with my time? Let me see what's in the chat. So Crazy Cat Guy says, you could probably end up attracting snapping turtles too. Wow. And snapping turtles are a crazy type of turtle, Posha, especially alligator snapping turtle. Oh, wait, nasty. I have to look that up. Anything that that I'm curious about, I'm going to look up. Alligator turtle. Oh, wow. So they are rough. They have those little bumps. Those little. Wow. Wow. So they're shaped like they say that you have dinosaurs and stuff like that. They're like a little baby dinosaur with umps in the back in their shell, and they look fierce with little claws. Yes, that is scary. And Crazy Cat Guy says, yeah, look it up. They are interested. Yeah, they bite very strongly. When they look fierce, St. Anne is the parish. St. Anne is the parish. Okay, yes. And I said, Utrius. Thanks for the correction. So St. Anne is the parish and Portland is the parish. So we are in between those two tourist parishes. So Crazy Cat Guy say, yeah, alligator snappers almost have armor. Oh, I never knew. I never knew. That's like really crazy stuff. Those look like dinosaurs. Yes, RJ, the dinosaurs are not completely extinct. RJ! So you believe in Ice Age as well. So one and only Venus say they snap you. Wow. Crazy Cat Guy says snapping turtles are very aggressive. I don't want to be around any. Tell me where you can find them because I don't want to go there. Like the other day, I was looking up a province, and I'm going to get back to the story about the fishing, but I was looking up a province, what attractions they have in that particular province around a certain season. And when I look, that province in the spring, like the ending of spring, all the snakes gather in one melting pot, having, yes, that moment so that they can reproduce. And I'm like, hell no, I ain't going to that place. You can imagine what a sight that would be. I don't know if any of you have watched that movie, Anaconda. Blows. Throughout the entire movie, I was like wondering what's going to happen next. That was a very suspend. What do you call the word again? That was something that puts you on the edge of your seat, so to speak. Yes. And RJ, Crazy Cat Guy says, I want to get one for a pet. It would probably outlive me. How long do they live for? Live for how long? Let me see. It says, though its potentially lifespan in the wild is unknown, the alligator snapping turtle is believed to be capable of living to 200 years of age, but 80 to 120 is more likely. In captivity, it typically lives between 20 and 70 years. So it lives longer than a human being. What you not saying? That little thing right there, that is so feisty. Me shocked. Yes, I'm shocked. Let me see where I'm at in the chat. So one and only Venus says St. Mary is a tourist town too. Robbins Bay. Oh yes, Robbins Bay. I forgot. For example, Cove, Taki, Fall, and Clayton. Yes, it's true. I remember. So Taki Fall is where the Maroons, one of the places that the Maroons went to and put up attack against the British. Yes, so one and only Venus says suspense. Yes, that movie was very much like that. Put you in suspense straight through. You don't know what's gonna happen next. And then Crazy Cat Guy says they get very heavy. 200 years is crazy. Yes, 200. Living up to even 20 years, 80 years is unbelievable for a little creature. Okay, dogs, if you care them enough, probably they live for 10 years or probably a little bit more. Called Carlton. Okay, I don't know that one, Yannick, but I know Taki and I know Robbins Bay. Robbins Bay has been a tourist destination in St. Mary. It's by the sea, so it's really nice. We have been there. We used to go there for cookout as a church body, like a conference, all of us would turn up and we'll cook on the spot. And sometimes we'll have even competition who cook the best. So you have somebody who walks around and tastes, all of that. Yes. So it's really nice there. So I can't put any picture, but there's a popular hotel there. There is a hotel there, but you can also find local as well. And I had a, I tell you, I'm very adventurous in a guy. I don't forget the one that I want to tell you about. RJ says a food competition. Yes, we call it cookout. So we come together like you say, all of Ontario will all the churches in Ontario will come at Robbins Bay. We'll find our little spot, and you have the trees, and you have the palm trees, and you have the what do you call that, Andel? You have the berry tree, like the grape tree. It's a sea grape, we call it, and we'll set up, and the guys will go and look the wood. So any debris on the shore that is wood, they would bring it, and we'll set up fire right there. And then we'll have the ladies who are peeling the food, who are preparing the protein, and we try to go as natural. We try to go as natural as possible because we do believe in healthy eating, and we will cook different pots: soup, hightail stew, kalaloo, ackee and saltfish, all sort of things. And then you have the judges that comes around and test each church food. At the end of the day, when it comes to food, they are all winners because belly will be happy. Yes, the tummy will be happy. You make me laugh. And I guess the judges are the ones that really get that happy tummy. And they get to taste everybody's food. But it was really exciting. And you go swimming, and you mingle with the other churches, and yeah, really nice. So that's Robbins Bay. That vibes, I don't know. I don't think they do it anymore, but it was something in our culture that we used to do. I know right now that you have content creators in Jamaica who goes to the river and the sea and they cook and all of that. But Adventists have been doing it. Seventh-day Adventists have been doing it many years. Yes, we love it. Yes. All right. So getting back to the story, to close off this segment, to go into another segment that I want to bring you on that journey, right? So when I didn't see the person wasn't available, I said, what am I going to do? So I started to walk beside the, what do you call that? It was a credit union at the time. So you have the credit union looking over to the sea. So I decided to just walk along that shoreline. And while I was there walking, guess who I saw? A guy that I knew from high school. This is long out of high school and all of that. Big woman. I saw a guy from high school and he recognized me. And they came to buy gas for their boat. Yes, to buy gas for their boat. And I said, this could be an adventure. And you know what got into me? I tell them that they were coming from Robbins Bay to come to Portmore to buy gas for their boat. And I said, all right, when they carry me to Robbins Bay, we don't know. Yes. Okay, so Yanni says that they still do it. They still do cookout. Wonderful. Hopefully I can get to experience that again. But me take up my little self. That time I have this, by the way, to know me a stick. A stick. And I said, all right, I'm going to carry me with you guys back to Robbins Bay. And let me tell you, Robbins Bay is a good distance. I don't know if RJ, I don't think RJ knows it. Yannick does. But you're traveling to another town, right? But this time I'm traveling on water. Never taken a boat so far yet. And I decided that I'm going to go. And let me tell you, I got in the boat and I made myself comfortable and I start the journey and everything going nice. All of a sudden, I saw some flying fish. And I'm like, isn't that flying fish? Never seen one in my life other than in the storybook from primary school. Storybook, I saw a flying fish. But this time I'm actually seeing it with my own two eyes. And they come up off the water and they shoot across the water. And you see the fin all out. And they're just shooting across the water. And one fell into the boat and then he flew back out. I'm like, excitement! Flying fish are well known in the Caribbean. I've never seen one. But that day I did. That day I experienced flying fish. But that is not even it yet. It gets even more interesting because while we were going, the guys decided that they're going to take up their pots. So now we stop out in the deep. A sense came over me and said, Posha, you don't know where you are. Then I start to catch my afraid. I start to wonder, oh my gosh, what am I doing here? One and only Venus said, they are beautiful. They are in Boscobel water too. So they travel around the islands. So that's nice. But yes, they were very beautiful to watch flying underwater. They just shoot out of the water and just move across it. Yes. And it was really nice. What may I tell you is when I was out there now because the boat not moving. So there's no, nothing to take your mind off on what you're actually, situation that you're actually in. When they throw down the when they pull up the first pot, and I see how long the ropes that rope was, I'm like, that's so deep right here, so big, so deep. Mr. B start catch me afraid immediately. Me have to and ask myself, what is this? We put yourself in this situation. And then they took up their next spot. I think they had 3 of them and they checked them. I'm say, all right, come on. In myself, I'm saying, I don't want them to think I'm afraid. So I'm like, okay, come on. Let's go to shore now. I'm ready to go to shore. And let me tell you, when they reach land, I tell myself, I don't know how I'm going to do that again. And that's why I don't find myself interested to go on a cruise ship or anything like that. That experience, woo, it is nice going, but when they stop, oh my gosh, I'm like, so deep down there, babe, so deep. Yes, so experience. That's my fishing experience. So now we're going to move over to something else. All right. So I want to make some announcements because this is important. On Thursday, April the 4th, I had the joy of attending the Black Empowerment Unit's first Thursday of the month, Black Businesses and Entrepreneurs Edition event, hosted by the Brampton City Hall Atrium. It was a free event of networking, speakers, vendors, refreshments, and more. The energy, unity, and empowerment was truly inspiring. Special appreciation to Gwyneth Chapman. We call her Gwen. a powerful, dynamic, and caring woman. I tell you, powerful. And the Black Empowerment Unit, BEU, for organizing this initiative through the Mayor Patrick Brown. And I want to ask the question, did you know that Brampton's Black community speaks over, not just Brampton, but in Ontario, that the Black community speaks over 100 languages? Because remember, you have persons from the Caribbean, you have persons from Africa, and Africa is a continent. So when all these persons come together, yes, we get over 100. I don't remember the exact figure and I don't want to get it wrong. I don't remember, but it's really enough, right? Probably nearer to 200 languages, yes. And so that's really powerful in diversity. Um, I'm going to give you the email address and the website. If you know anybody who has a Black business, whether it's in whatever type of business, even if it's an online business, whatever type it is, you can let them reach out, especially if they're in Brampton. So I'm going to put that in the chat. Okay, so here we go. All right, so that's their website and email address. And there will be more meetings like this, so reach out to them, mark your calendars, and show up. It has been really inspiring. You know, as I said, Gwen is a very dynamic and powerful woman, and she's empowering us Black people that do businesses. Once, they never used to have any data, in Canada on Black people and the impact that we make on the country. But they realize that we have been making a big impact because we have businesses and we do so much for Canada on our whole. So they are trying to empower us for us to have a voice in that city and across Canada. Right? So I want to highlight that so that you are aware of what's going on here based on that. And attending the event, I met this young lady. She is an educator, an author, a consultant, and speaker with a beautiful spirit. And that's what drew me to her. Thank you, Deborah. Her name is Deborah McCannon Walford. And she's from the Onabsi, right? That's the name of her business. I have her card. Okay, here it is. So she's the president of the Ontario Alliance of Black School Educators, Onabsi, right? And she is really a nice person. So I met her at the Black Empowerment Unit's first Thursday of the month. So the first Thursday of the month was the 3rd of April. And she's having an event in May, but I did not think I took a picture. Let me see. I think if I took a picture, it may be here. So I want to give that date. Because RJ, I know you would be interested in that because you love education. Not that nobody else, but based on our continuous conversation, I think you would be impacted by that. I'm looking to see if I had any picture that I took of her. Okay, just no. I think it's on my GoPro. Yeah, and I haven't gotten a chance to look on my GoPro as yet. Yes, so Yeah, it's on my GoPro. But I'm gonna be doing a little shorts both for Instagram and also for that, so that and YouTube shorts and Instagram for that event. And also, as next week, I'll be telling you the date of our event. And the second one I want to highlight is Port Mahon SDA Church, Mandeville, Jamaica. I know me gone back a yard, gone to Jamaica, but my friend Wazim shared a heartfelt concert fundraising event, and I watched it today. The name of it is, I like to I like for us to be in the know and to highlight and, you know, help each other. Help each other. So the name of it is, I could probably put it in the link. They had technical difficulties, but if you bear with them, it's really nice. I really enjoyed my time. So it's Port. I'm just going to look it up. So it's Port and put the link in there. Seventh Day Adventist Church. And then it's magnify the Lord with me. Let's see if it comes up. Oh, yes, it did. All right. Okay, wonderful. So I'm going to put it in the chat. Okay, there we go. All right. Okay. All right, let me see in the chat if we have anything new. So we have RJ, thanks for the email. You're welcome. Hi, Retired Beard. Welcome to the Vibes. Yes, glad to have you. Posha, good evening. Apologize for being late. I started early. Yes, I started at 8 because I wanted to step up my game. But I know that you're coming a little bit later than you did last week. So let me fill you in. Just give me a second, guys, to fill in Retired Beard. So we are celebrating two things. We are celebrating Crazy Cat, guys. New job. Monday coming. Yes, Monday coming. He has to. Oh, sorry about that. So Monday coming, he has to make sure he presses clothes. I don't know how the job is, what kind of dress code, but him have to make sure him put himself together and make sure him if he has beard, him comb his beard. Yes, and make sure he comb his hair and put himself together and step through that door. Monday coming for that new job that he has secured. So we just want to celebrate him, and we did celebrate him with us, yeah. So welcome. Um, we are excited for Crazy Cat Guy. And Retired Bear said, I had some negativity come up. Oh, that's all right. We understand. But I hope you navigated it well. And Retired Bear says, let's go, Cat Guy. So happy for him. Yes, we are really happy. And Retired Bear said, he might be an internet friend, but would consider a real life friend. I tell you, you guys have been making my week, my day. I really look forward to this every Saturday. Today, something happened throughout the week, and I said, I'm not going to do Saturday Night Live. And I'm like, what? You? No, 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 no. That's what's going on with Saturday night for you, the whole community. I don't want to miss it. Not even if I'm in a bad mood. I don't want to miss it. You see how happy I am tonight? You see how happy I am? You guys make me happy. Yes, when you come and you interact with me and you engage me, the only thing that is missing, not hearing your voices. That's the only thing that is missing. So I tell you, I appreciate it. So Retired Bear, thank you for that. He is a real life friend. He's a family member. So yeah, kudos. We support him, and please keep him in your purse on Monday. Yes, and the week. You are lucky to not hear my voice. laugh, laugh out loud, Retired Beard. All right, thank you for that laugh. So we're getting back to Wazim's church family. So they put on this concept because they want to expand their church because it's so small. They have a little history on it. At the end of the video, they tell you more about that. But they are, having a lot more persons in the community. They start that community, and they reached about 1,500 or 900. Yeah, community members. So, you imagine how small that church must be. So they want to expand on it. So they are having their 50th anniversary, and they want to do that fundraising so that they can get, that support to extend the church to make it bigger or get a bigger space. Yeah, so you can support them. I'm going to put that information in the chat. If you can support them, right? So that's the info. It says it's too large, so let me take off some. Okay, some more need to come off. All right, let me just put the main detail. All right, all right, I need to take off a little bit more. All right, I think I almost have it now. Yeah, this is going to take it off. Wonderful. So they give you a certain amount that characters that you can put in the chat at once. So I hope that makes sense to you. So you can support them if you're overseas with a GoFundMe. It's https:// then gofund.me at 0968cc AA. And if you're in Jamaica, you can support them by sending a transfer through their bank, which is Bank of Nova Scotia, Mandeville branch, and the account number is 808-1010 checking account, and that's the Port Mahon Seventh-day Adventist Church. The sister group, so in the concert that they had, the sister group, the final group, the men's Jamaican style medley, all ministered to my soul. And seeing Pastor Henry again brought back camp meeting memories. So we used to go to Camp Verley, and he used to be the pastor for that entire union. So when we remember I told you about cookout is the same vibe. So young people from all the churches would go into, I don't know if you remember this, Yannick, but we used to travel to Camp Verley, which was Spanish Town. That's you pass Kingston and then you go to Spanish Town. So you pass basically one parish, but it's different towns, but it's a long journey. And you know what we travel in to get to Camp Verley? In a truck. So Retired Bear says some Eastern community to that place for sure. Yes, we travel in a truck. A truck that have the open back. So you just have the two, like probably the driver and two persons in the front, and then you have the open back that would carry sand or steel or different things. I don't know if you know truck. We travel as young people in the back and we climb up in the truck. So make sure as females you have on a shorts or a tights or something like that. Cause you have to climb over. And sometimes them have to put if you're too small, them have to put you over. So crazy cat guy say, yo, we tell me so the people in the back get extra praying in. One and only Venus say, yes, on truck back. Yes, truck back. We will travel to Camp Verde Inn. And when so what they do, each town or each district, the truck will travel to that district and collect the young people. And you know when the truck is about to reach your district because way down the road you hear people singing, you hear sounds and excitement going on, and it's getting nearer and nearer. We're singing and we sing all the way to Camp Verde. So when you go Camp Verde, make sure you have on tights, because them sandfly, some little baby flies, they don't have big wings. They're very small. They used to bite with, suck out with blood like vampire. Because whenever we reach in the night, in the evening. So you know them up and ready to bite. So yes, Camp Verde was an experience for us. But we love it. Love it, love it, love it. So Pastor Henry used to be the pastor. One young, handsome guy. All of us, especially females, love him. He could sing, he could play, he could talk, him just make we laugh. He was just that wonderful pastor that you love to have in your home church. Yes, he was nice. It was lovely, Yannick said. It was really good, Camp Burley. Yes. And those are the places and events, growing up that help to develop us as young people. Yes, it really helped to, to develop our skills and all of that. Yes, we used to do hiking too. Wear your pants. Yes, you have to wear your pants. So back then, we would have to wear a skirt, but the pants is under the skirt. Never forget. And what they do, because we have something called Pathfinder Club. So you see, just like cadet or like soldier camp, you have to make sure you spread your bed. You have to make sure your bed is neat. We can't stress that. You have to have a neat bed. And you also have to make sure your Bible is on your bed and there's no ratties, we call it. So these, the Bible cannot have the page crease. You see, like, oh, this is crease? No, it has to be no matter if it's old, it has to be well taken care of. And you have to, they give you from inspection the evening before you retire. You have to line up and you have to check your hands to see if your nails are clean. And you have to, stand at attention. And you stand at attention and they inspect you. And then you have to say the memory verse for the day before. So when they do the inspection in the evening, they give you a memory verse to study, a verse of a scripture. And the following day, they quiz you on it. And when you're going, I think when you're retiring, they also quiz you on it again and give you the one for the next day. So when your lights out, so say 8 o'clock, lights out across the board. But you have to make sure before you go to your bed, you study that, because in the morning, you're expected to know it. So RJ says, that sounds like a military camp. It used to be rigid. Yes, like a military camp. Not really, but yes, something like that. We call it Pathfinder Club. And Pathfinder Club is dynamic. And I would say if parents have their children, send them to Pathfindering. Send them because you're learning the mind, the body, the skills, the every area develops. Yes. So that's my little bit. That's my little bit on that. And we are going to move to it's coming on, right? The program for this evening. But please ask me any question. You know, what's on your mind? Let me know as we go through it, right? So we're going to go to this announcement. So RJ says, maybe it's the culture I grew up in, but I couldn't handle that. You would, you know? You would. You would. And guess what? It will add to your character. Yes. Yes. It does something for you. Well, my husband said he wouldn't do that. You know, like that military. But it does help shape us into being good men and women. It really, you know, some little edges, some little things, they develop your mind, your character, your personality, how you interact with persons. And, you know, it's endless. So many things. I don't know if Yanni can testify to any of it, what I'm saying. But yes, it is a good thing, really a good thing. And they're not insensitive. They know that it may be like that, rigid, but they know that they're developing your character. But they're not going to do like, you know, some places where they, like, for example, cadet or the military, where persons would attack you in the night and do all sort of stuff to you. You can't do that there. Can't do that. They just want to know that you're respecting time, you're fulfilling your responsibilities, and you still have to enjoy the camp, you know. Yes, you still enjoy anything. Even in Pathfindering, we got to do cookout by the river. Yes, it's really nice. So you get to do a lot of activities, a lot of things. And if you want to do stargazing, you can join Pathfindering. So they give you a badge based on all the activities that you do. And you also can complete different levels. So if you're within this age group, you complete the activities and you get your your badge for that level, and then you move on to another. I remember once I was in Friend, and then you move on to another one, and you know, you keep based on the age. Yes. So one and only Venus says, true, how to be observant, disciplined, and attentive. Yes. So with that hiking, going back to the hiking, so when we go to Camp Verde, we have to do a hike. So what they did is set it up before where you have trail that you have to follow. So based on the skills that you learn about hiking, they test you on that. So they put up, like for example, you're walking and you see a tree bend into a certain direction, you know, so you have to go to that direction. So you have to be observant. You have to know what you're looking for, because they're going to put those like a signs so you know you're following the right path. So it used to be really nice, really interesting. All right, so we're getting over to the next segment. I want to announce 2 dates coming up for the Women of Color Business Professionals. The first one is their 4th annual Business Expo and vendor pop-up, and that will be on a Saturday, June the 28th, this year at between 10 a.m. and 6 p.m. That's 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. on June the 28th. And then they have much closer Mother's Day market. So they want you to come and shop come shop with small businesses and find the mom in your life the perfect gift. They want you to give the mother that is in your life the perfect gift. So you can shop between May the 5th to the 11th, Monday to Friday, 10 a.m. to 9 p.m., Saturday, 9:30 a.m. to 6 p.m., and Sunday, 11 a.m. to 5 p.m. So for that entire week, they'll be having that. And you can reach them for both events, and also they're for the annual business expo, they're also giving a small scholarship. So you apply. So based on how many of you come, you'll be getting, a gift. I don't know. I don't remember how it is, but I can give you more detail. Or if you reach out to them via phone or email, you will know exactly that part of it, the scholarship part. But they will be giving away scholarships. So their contact number is 647-855-9644. That's 647-855-9644 or 416-797-5325. That's 416-797-5325. And their email is WOC Business Professionals 2021 at gmail.com. I'm just going to put it in the chat as well, that information. Give me a second. All right, and then I'm going to put the contact information. All right, so that's the contact information. All right. And I will be there for the Mother's Day market, except for the Saturday. So come on out and get your Mother's Day gift this May. And Addy's 64 plant-based skincare will be there. I don't have Addy's around me right now, but Addy's 64 plant-based skincare, they also will be there. That's Andel's business. And then now, let me know in the chat if there's anything you want to say, talk about. Let me know. I have just 2 more lines up in the program. I think I want to get to the Q&A before, so I'm going to continue. Right? As you know, I've been on this content creation journey, and I want to share the top 3 things to know about my journey to 1,000 subscribers. Retired Bear said, I have a bad habit of just listening to you, enjoying the positive vibes. That's okay. I appreciate it. I'm going to give you a heart. Do you know that there are other emojis right beside the chat? Yeah. So if you look right beside the chat, just click on that face, you will see different ones come up. There's an arrow, there's a up and down button that you can use. And there are some emojis in there. Okay, let me see. I'm gonna send this one to you. Okay. Yeah, I sent it. I don't know if you receive it. Yeah. And I just want to say thank you, everyone, again. Thank you so much for making my Saturday night live, and also for being a part of this community. It really I'm looking at the chat right there, and I should be looking in the camera over here. But I really want to say thanks again because it means so much to me. It's not easy creating content and to be consistent and to do your best. Sometimes you doubt yourself if you're doing the right thing. Sometimes you doubt yourself in other areas of it. And sometimes there are days when you just don't want to continue because of the challenges that you face. So I really appreciate when you comment, when you give a thumbs up, when you join my live and support me in this journey. And I tell you, I want to support each and every one of you. And I purpose in my heart that I am going to. You see, when you comment, it's easier for me to go to your page. When you comment, I can just click that icon same time and just go and watch your videos. And I think that's a means that a strategy I've also found out that works. And as you know, I always comment because it tells me where the last video I watched or that I did watch this video before when I comment when I comment. So that's two strategies that I use in my content creation journey. Yeah, I try to do that. And if you comment and you're new to my channel and you have a channel, I just subscribe back to you at the same go. But well, not but but beside the chat, there are some emojis, some that YouTube has as well, like this face. I've used it before on other person's live chat. Yes, right there. Yeah. That's funny, eh? That's funny. But let's move on. I want to share my top 3 things to know about my journey to 1,000 subscribers. And the first one, faith and authenticity. I didn't choose content creation. God called me to it. It all began when God told me, not once, not twice, but 3 times to get a GoPro camera. And this is the GoPro camera. This part of it is the GoPro. This came with it along with other items. So it was like a package. And this is how it looks. I forgot. This is how it looks. So the GoPro, it has right here, you press it down and it starts a video, right? And then here you turn it on and you can go from time, what do they call it again? Let me turn it on and see. Okay, it's on. Yeah, but it's saying my SD card is full. So, okay. So, hope you can see it clearly. So this is the face of it. This is where the camera is. Here, you can also see this here, but I turned it off because I don't want to distract anyone. And then at the back, I can see what's going on, like a camera. Right here, this is like a shorts. Retired Bear says, okay, RJ say it was fun. Retired Bear say, I love hearing about other people's YouTube journeys. Yes, it's nice to hear because it's an achievement to put out contents. Yes, RJ will soon come in the community and he will understand as well. But to put out contents, it's something. So when persons do support, it means the world to that content creator. So with this camera, you have right up here, it tells you the XD card information. And right over here, it tells you the battery. Right over here, the battery, how much battery life you have. And then this little part here can zoom it up. See, zoom it up. but you have to do it before you video, right? And then you have this right here. It can be pulled out, but it's on like like when you're doing shorts. So it's 9 to 16. I'm going to change it, and it's on video right now. I'm going to change it by pressing that little button there. And all of these, you can set them based on what your preference is. And then I'm going to change it from the portrait to the landscape, which is 16 by 9. I scroll that down and I go back to video. And you see how it gets long, or it fulls out? That's landscape. So for shorts, you use that method, or Instagram. You see persons do Instagram, you use that. And then you can change from photo to video to time lapse. So you have 3 things that you can change it to. But it's in you can change it. This one is in 4K. So I think it gives you 3 or about 4 options, right? So this is what God told me to get, because I saw it at Walmart and I said, oh, that's nice. You know, because last year, the year before, 2013, I started watching Kenyan and Jamaican YouTubers. And I was saying, oh, that's nice. You know, you see them with the GoPro and all of that. So when I was going through Walmart, I saw the package that they had. I saw the package that they had, and I said, oh, that's nice, you know? And this is what God said to me. This is how everything became full circle. So the first 2 times, I honestly, when God told me to get the GoPro, I honestly didn't take him seriously. But the third time, based on my experience, the Holy Spirit spoke with a voice both stern and gentle and said, Posha, you're not going to buy the GoPro. I knew then it wasn't just a suggestion, it was a divine instruction. That same week, I walked away from my corporate job, fully trusting that God was leading me on a new journey. I tell you, He works out things and take us into different spheres of our lives at different times, but we have to look out for the signals. And when we look out for the signals, we can't go wrong. Just like, you know, this time is for Crazy Cat Guy to be in his new job. The time has come. The time is here. So he knows. And, you know, we give him that support. So that journey had started when God told me, asked me if I wasn't getting the GoPro. And I did. And then I step away from the job, right? It was a neutral separation. And God said, this is the time. I didn't step into content creation because I had it planned, but because God was fulfilling a dream I had since childhood. Whether I felt ready or not, God was ready. And so from Sabbath reflections to snowy walks, you have seen me on all the journeys, right? To spring strolls, even to my creator's devotional. That one came up. I was lying in my bed and I was saying, God, what can I do? I want to do a digital book. What can I do? And then he just said, why not prepare a devotional for content creators? And I'm like, oh, I like the idea. And then I just got out of bed and just went to work. And that is it. I bring my whole self into this journey because God is with me every step of the way. Even when the path seems uncertain, I know that God is leading and directing because He had called me to it. And that childhood promise that had been made, I wanted to be a motivational speaker. I wanted to be a motivational speaker. RJ says, I think that's the main purpose of this channel is to encourage and talk with others. Yes. I really wanted to be a motivational speaker, and I wanted to impact people's life, encourage them, bring light, through the darkness and all of that from I was young. And God is saying the only way you're going to do that if you come out of your comfort zone. And so here I am tonight. We're engaging together. I'm doing it. I remember I met a young lady, two sisters, and when I was talking with them, and when I was finished, she said, "You are truly a motivational speaker." And that was when it came, to me, where God is really taking me, where I impact people's life in general. Yeah, bring a little tears to my eyes. Yes, I'm really happy that you share, these moments with me. It's precious, precious. With Tarbia say, I'm always better after the lives. Thank you so much for that. I appreciate you guys. Yes, and I'm going to give some hearts. Yes, love, 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 love. Yes, and the second thing now is that resilience in the storm. If it wasn't for resilience, I would have given up. Let me be honest. This journey hasn't been easy. It hasn't been easy. There were many moments of technical challenges, and I did go through it. One point in time, I lost all. You see, you talk about SD card. I lost all of that at once. All of it, I lost. I didn't know what, and it was at a high moment. I went on this adventure, and I was in the process of downloading my information to my computer so I can start working on the video. And in that process, I just lost everything. And then I said to God, I don't know what you're going to do, but I know you're giving me back those footage. I know I'm going to get them back. And I stuck with that God is going to bring them back. Wherever them be, or however it's going to work out, me I get them back. No matter the situation you're in, when you put God to the test, him turn up. When Elijah prayed, when Elijah said that there's not going to be any rain, it rained not for 3 years. And then God said to him, get yourself up now, a time for bring back rain. And he went to the king and said, today you will have rain. And rain came. You see a little in the distance, you see a little mussel, a cloud. Then it started to come close, and it started to get bigger and bigger and bigger until the rain just bust down. Until the king said, go on, go on home. Because if you don't go home, it'll go catch you on your way. And by the time the king reached home, showers of blessings. And I proved God that same week. I didn't get it back the same day. I got it back before the week end. I got it back with the help of my brother. Big up yourself, Pernell. Big up yourself. Yes, I got it back. He said, do this, do that. And it was one hell of an experience. It was one hell of an experience. I don't know if you understand that. But I never left hope. I said, God, at the beginning when I lost it, I said, what am I going to do? I don't really panic. But you wonder, where is this? And I said, God, I don't know what you're going to do, how you're going to do it. But I know you're giving me back those information. I said it to him. And I believed it. He wants you to believe that whatever you ask, he will fulfill. And as I said, as a child, I'd ask him, as a young teenager, I asked him that I said to him, I want to be a motivational speaker. And then he said to me, you're ready. Whether I felt like I was ready or not, it's time. So he put me into this. Yes, I tell you, he did. So it comes with resilience as well, right? As I said, technical challenges, financial pressure. Remember, I'm not working anymore for a company. Hi, I'm gonna try and pronounce your name, okay? But I know Israelite is the last name. So it's Slasia, Slasia. I hope I got it correct. And she says APTTMH. I don't know what it means, so I'm going to look it up. I don't know what it means, so I'm going to look it up. Give me a second, guys. We have a newcomer to our community, and I just want to welcome you. It means all praise to the Most High. Oh, I'm going to use that. All praise to the Most High. RJ, I tell you, we need to interview you. So we're going to work on your YouTube channel so we can get that interview. RJ, he is a young man. Yes. But the wisdom that, or the knowledge that he has, Retired Beard last week, he and Retired Beard were here last week engaging with me, and trust me, we had a fantastic time. Even throughout the week I was thinking about it, how engaging it was. And RJ, he has been just like that. He's very knowledgeable about different things. So yeah, for that reason I said I want to interview RJ, but he doesn't have a YouTube channel as yet. All right, so welcome. I hope I can just call you Israelite. I hope I can call you that for the time being until I get the proper pronunciation. But every Saturday night at 8 p.m., we have our Saturday Night Live with Posha Malcolm. So welcome, and all praise to the Most High. Yes, we have been talking about him. That is the one that, direct me into this path of content creation, and I have to just stick with it. I have to be resilient, right? And also, other than technical challenges, financial challenges, pressure, you also have to deal with emotional fatigue, right? Sometimes you get anxious, full of anxiety. I've gone through it. Anxiety, I can't work properly. I can't complete things on time, because when fatigue steps in, I should just get up and walk away, but I want to complete. So I've learned that you have to just let it go, move away, watch a movie, read a Bible, enjoy the moment, go and cook. And then you come back. And another thing that Tony Robbins taught me, because I went to one event that he had live. I think it was either February or March. Let me tell you, I'm going to demonstrate. Please don't laugh too much. He led us through different things. But the main thing is when you're feeling fatigue and anxious and all of that. Yeah. Woo! Yeah! Woo! And get all excited and just, yeah. So it's like you lift your adrenaline, you put life and energy into your being, and that erase the fatigue and the anxiousness that you'd experience. Let me tell you, I'm just trying to be nice with it. But he demonstrate when he comes on, he have that vibes. Yeah, yeah, and he get you raving. Yeah, and all sort of stuff, right? And that's something that works for him. And I've tried it, and I realized that it gives you that little push, it gives you that little momentum to continue what you're doing. Yeah, it's like you take your mind off what it is and you hype up yourself and get that vibes that you need. Yeah. Try it and tell me if it works for you. When you're feeling anxious or fatigue or anything like that, just do some stuff. Yeah. 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 And see if it works. You boost yourself up. And that's what he does. And every time you see him, he comes with that energy. And they have tested his heart rate when he's doing it, and they found I do something similar. All right. And they have tested his heart rate, and his heart rate has always been on the chart, off the chart rather. Yes, because of it. But it really pumps him up, and pumps up also the persons that he's presenting to. So Retired Bear says, I do something similar. Yes. And it's good because it takes off that. It's like exercise, give you that energy. Yeah. I hope I wasn't too crazy. Yeah. So, guys, I am just being my authentic self. Those who are new here, like Israelite, yes, I'm just being authentically me. No, sometimes I'm serious. Like this week, I was extremely serious that none of you would never, ever, ever, ever want to know how serious I was. Never, ever want to know how serious I was. You'd be like, yes, I was extremely serious. Yeah. I'm laughing at myself now. So Retired Bear says, that got me all pumped. Yes, that's a good word. All pumped up. Yes. Yes, all pumped up like that one. Yes, guys, you pump up yourself, get yourself in that mood. So if you're on the job and you're feeling fatigue, crazy cat guy, just, go to the water machine or get your water bottle and, yeah, you take yourself out of that space, out of that fatigueness, out of that, and build your energy back up. So yeah, look at techniques we're sharing now. Oh my gosh, oh goodness. So moving on with that. So with emotional fatigue, where I question if I should just go back to a 9 to 5 job. I really thought about that more than once. But my husband, Andel, who believes deeply in me and my content creation, would remind me of my purpose. And thanks also to the strength instilled in me by my parents. And also, even as we talked about the Pathfinders Club, all of these things and these persons help me to be resilient. And the lessons I've learned from life's past trials have also helped me. And let me tell you, I've gone through so much. So much. But you see, the spirit that I have, this resilience, yes. So one and only Venus says, wow, that is an expressive look. Laugh out loud. Yes. You wouldn't want to be in my space. But you can look at it, you can laugh, you can be yourself. And that's just it. Be yourself. Don't fake it until no. Just be your authentic self. So I've developed a resilience that helps me bounce back again and again. And let me tell you, I've been hit down so many times and have to bounce back. Yes, I have to bounce back so many times. Without it, I wouldn't be here today celebrating 1,000 plus subscribers with you. So, Israelite, if you haven't subscribed to the channel, please subscribe so that you can be encouraged every Saturday night. You can tune in to, I don't know what time it is, but you can tune in at probably an earlier time than now because we start at 8 um, Eastern time. Right. All right. And the last one, which is important to me as well, is that community is everything. Community is everything. You all are the reason I keep going. I have grown a community, and I call you Posha Nation, my beautiful people that inspires me. Your comments, your views, your love, your engagement, your encouragement, it means the world to me. When you engage, you're not just supporting a video, you're fueling a vision. Yes, this family keeps growing, and I want to get to know you more. Where are you from? What do you enjoy doing? What would you love to see more of on this channel? Together, we are creating a safe, uplifting, and inspiring space that reflects the light and joy I believe we all carry. Let me repeat that. Together, we are creating a safe, uplifting, and inspiring space that reflects the light and joy I believe we all carry. Retired Bear says, wow, big questions. Yes, I would love to get to know you. You don't have to share if you don't want to, because I want the space to be safe, what you're comfortable with. So you don't have to tell me where you're from. You don't have to. I would love to know, but you don't have to. I want it to be a safe space, a caring space, an encouraging space for all of us. One and only Venus says, it is good to laugh at life's shortcomings. It makes us better. Yes, yes. Crazy Cat Guy, when you go to work on Monday this week, you may be tested. But when you're tested, if you do something that's not the way it's supposed to do, you said, oh, thank you for showing me. I'm learning. You know? Yes, you take it in a positive way and you see it works better. So Retired Bear says exactly. Yes. Yes. All right. So this is a part that I want us to get involved in a little bit more. Right? So this is a Q&A, and then we're going to close. If we usually I try to keep it a certain time, but I have a few Q&A questions, and I would love for us to engage. RJ says, I don't know where to start answering that question, but I am fan of art and theater. Oh, have you been to the Brampton Art Theater? The art gallery? I've never been, but I passed it the other day when we went to Brampton on Thursday. It's right there in that space. So if you go to, the marker would be the city of Brampton, the city center of Brampton, right? Okay, this one. Oh, this doesn't have the address on it. I think it's for Wellington, but in that little space, they do have a art gallery, so you can check them out. And one and only Venus says, "You cook great." Show us how to cook great cooking shows. I have been thinking about that. I don't know if I cook great, but I know you do. I think you're the one that got mummy's hands of with cooking. Because no matter if you don't put a lot of seasoning, and no matter if you just have simple stuff, you always make me want to clean out that plate. So I don't know, but I'm thinking of doing some cooking videos because I want to step up my game with that. So I may do some of that. And RJ says movie theaters. What? Okay, so last week RJ told us that he likes fantasy movies. That sort of love thing is into Walt Disney movies. And we had a really good time with that conversation with our beard, didn't we? So Retired Bear says, unicorns are my biggest passions in life. I know, I know. I was enjoying it. And you know which one I enjoyed? The video with you. I think you were napping. I think you were sleeping. And persons were commenting. And I just enjoyed that. I literally stick around until you end the video. Yes, that was really interesting. I love that. Yeah, that was a good one. So RJ says, I'm a fan of movie theaters. Yes, I know RJ because you are in that fantasy thing. You want to create magical things. Yes. But you know, you can even do it with your content creating. Yes. We will discuss it more. And Retired Bear says, that's where that conversation happened. Yes. And Retired Bear said, oh no, did you tune in on the accidental live? That wasn't the accidental live, was it? Because persons were on. Yes, and they were engaging with each other. They were wondering if you waking up or if you're sleeping for so long. I enjoyed it though. As I said, I stick around until the end. I was able to continue working and just watching your unicorns. Yes. So he has a shelf of unicorns, and he did this vlog about, like, I don't remember that thing that you have, and each day you choose one. I think it's 12 days. Yes, that's interesting. So in each block comes a unicorn. Yes. And RJ says, Retired Beard, I recommend you see the video, The Last Unicorn. I'm going to make a note of that one. The Last Unicorn. But do you know in the Bible it mentioned about unicorn? I don't know. I've never seen one. But it does mention unicorn, the last unicorn. Yes, and if you're interested, if there's a video or something that you have watched that interests you and you want us to discuss it, you can put it in the chat and I go and look at it, and then we can talk about it for sure. All right. So Retired Bear says, I do better YouTube work than that, I promise. I know. One and only Venus says you can create short movie clips. Yes, you can. That's something that's something I thought about talking to you about, RJ. But because of your knowledge base, there are more than one things you can do, but it's really boils down to your time, your passion, and where you see yourself going. So it's like that. So you have more than one areas that you can choose from. Right? Retired Bear says, I love that movie. Oh, so you have watched it. Retired Bear RJ says at Retired Bear, it is a gorgeous film. I have never watched it. I don't remember watching that. So I'm gonna check it out. Yeah. And then I'll tell you my opinion of it next week. All right. Yes. So for the Q&A, I think we only have a few more minutes. The first one is Retired Bear says it really is beautiful, but a bit sad for sure. But that's how it goes with the movies. You know, you have your high, your low, but then it always ends nice. Except for one movie that I watched. They were where they were from the past to reality. So they take you back in the past and take you in reality. So sometimes they don't. It was like a truth and a dare between two young people that eventually married other people, and then they came back together, and then it was just this wild movie that if you don't pay attention, you may not know if you're in the reality or if you're in the past. Yeah. So Retired Beard says, I mean that is real life as well. Okay. So RJ says the Bible actually, Portia, really mentions the rhinoceros, hope I pronounce that properly, when it says unicorn, because Europeans had little knowledge on different animal species. Okay. All right. I understand. Oh, the rhinoceros. I think I know what you're talking. It's not coming out of my mouth right now, but it's in my head. Rhinoceros. Rhinoceros. I think that's the word. Yes. And there's another part in Job, the book of Job, that speaks about this same rhinoceros. Yes, I think the book of Job speak about it when it describes its tail as a cedar, the cedar tree. Yes, and when we looked at the cedar tree, I realized that it shapes like the rhinoceros tail. Yeah. So many things, eh? Yes. So the first question, or if you want to leave the questions and we continue talking, that's fine with me. Or I can just throw out one question and we, if you're interested in that one. All right. I'm going to put in a question in the chat. Let me see. All right. Let me try this one. This one is nice. All right. So this one says, I don't know what I did. All right. So that one says, what's one thing you love about where you're from? What's that one thing that you love where you're from? Could be food, it could be culture and stuff like that. RJ says, one and only Venus, back in high school, I made a Indian Jones parody film. What? Where I was looking for a lost ring based on one of my favorite films. Oh, interesting. Do you still have that? That could be your first YouTube video. And talk about it, how it has been, something that you always want to do. No, it's gone. Wow. Interesting. So you have it in you, RJ, from a long time. So now it's just to harness it in the way that you can get it out there and develop. And you see, with content creation, I know Retired Beard can testify that each time you do it, it gets better and better. You're more comfortable, and it grows on you. So Retired Beard say, one and only Venus says the landscape. Okay, you wouldn't change the landscape. Retired Bear says you can really escape into nature around me. Wow, nice. So you can give us a little of that if you want, but you can stick to your content, because I think when most times sticking to your niche is works out better based on the algorithm. And you can also batch your videos in groups in your playlist. Retired Bear says, my city kind of sucks, to be honest. Well, there's always, your city sucks. What you can do then is to create a video saying, my city sucks. And then you can give your opinions or show, highlight, because just that alone make me want to know your city so that I can say, oh, it really, or no, Yes. So that can be a video. Or maybe my city sucks because my unicorn can't get to Rome. Something that captivates. Yes. One and only Venus says, make another film, RJ. It is easier now. Yes, it is. It is easier. Much. Like I said, you don't have to use a GoPro. You can use a camera that has video and picture. Yes. I realize that when I do go out, there are moments I want to zoom up some footage, but I can't because my GoPro doesn't do that well. I have to use my phone, and my phone doesn't have good quality. So if you can get in when you start, you can use a phone if it has high quality. I think iPhone is a recommended one if you're using it for content creation. And if you're using a Samsung like mine, then you use the back. You don't use the front, you use the back. Yeah. So you see my screen right here. Oh, it's all that. I had to peel this away, the safety thing, because I thought that my phone keys are not working. So I thought that was the issue because this is damaged. So I try to fit it back, but it doesn't. So my screen is like that. So I need to get a new screensaver protector. So RJ says, the one thing I love being Canadian is that we are peaceful people. We don't like to start fights randomly, unlike our neighbors down south. Well, I understand. That they say that this is a fact, that Canadians are the number one country friendliest if that's the word, friendliest. They're the most friendly, right? They are the most friendly country. That's what it says. And RJ says no, it's gone. Okay, sorry, I think I'm going too far. And Retired Bear says, I am trying to show it on live and be honest about it with hopes to get folks to visit. Of course, there's a couple that does that. There's a couple that goes to different places and then show the city, meaning sometimes they go into some remote places. Yes, and watch their video in a little while, but they go to remote places and they show even one thing. I remember they talked about a statue. Just that, they just talk about that statue in that place that they went to. Yes, so when you think, how can, because sometimes the content is there, but we are not thinking about it like that because we have lived in it so long. and we think we know everything about it. But you see, the moment you start to investigate, say, okay, why this is here, why that is so, you find that you start to get contents that you never even dream of. Yes. So Retired Bear says, I love the iPhone for content creation. Yes, they say it's the best thing to use. Retired Bear also said, I had one when I was first doing it. Why using it never entered my head until I was in my 30s. Okay. All right. And RJ says, one and only Venus, this summer I might make a film. Yes, you start that journey. If you feel like doing that, you can. You know, the thing about it is that if you don't try something, you want to know if it's your passion or if you really like it. So it's good to try different things. And Retired Bear says, I love how historical my city is. That is very cool. Showcase it. Maybe that will bring the persons to your city. Showcase it. Showcase what my city, historical things about my city, and just do one video at a time and get the reaction. There's so many things. It's just to see that. I remember Andel told me about this uh, sh- lady living in Jamaica. She's a teacher, but she's from Ukraine. And she came to Jamaica. I don't know if she came to visit or what, but she saw an opportunity and she took it. And she was teaching all the way from Jamaica, her students in Ukraine, and doing her content creation. And now she's very popular, known in Jamaica for her content creating. So she highlights different historical things about Jamaica. You can imagine a Ukrainian. Yeah, and she goes very deep too. So one and only Venus says, nice RJ, let me know. All right. And RJ says, for sure. RJ says, retired Beard, you're from Kansas City, yes. And Retired Beard says, close to it. Okay. Okay. RJ says, okay, what's the name of the city? Okay. So if you're close to it, that means you can go into it and do your footage. Yeah. And what you can do when you go, you can do more than one B-rolls. So a B-roll is basically when you just video something, right? And then the video now is when you actually put it together. So when you do different things at once, it's like you're batching them. And when you batch them, you're able to not have to go back to do new footage for a while, because you have a certain amount to work with. So that is always good. So if you see several statues, you can do one at a time, so that you create content on one here and then another time another one, and that was shot at just that time that you went there. So RJ says, okay, Retired Bear says it's about an hour away. All right. So Retired Bear says Topeka. Usually say hide your city. Usually say hide your city. I have shown the city on live. It's okay. It's obvious. Okay, I'm gonna check that out. So Topeka. Nice name. I like that. That's cute. That's like a girl name. Yeah. That's a girl name vibes. Usually say Idea City. I have shown, I don't understand about that part, Idea City. I have shown the city on live. It's obvious. Okay. I'm going to check out that video that you have with it. Let me make a note. Right, so it's Topeka. Retired Beard. All right. So RJ says, Topeka, that sounds native. It does. Retired Bear says, oh, some people say you never say where you're from. I think that is something that I have found since I've been doing content creation, that sometimes people don't say where you're from. And but if you do say where you're from, the place can get highlighted, and you can also put it in the section about place, so that people watching your video, when it comes out, they may see your video as well. But I realize that persons are sensitive to that, so I don't press it. If I ask one or two times, I don't press it. I just let it be, because sometimes persons don't want to say where they're from. And that's okay. As I said, this is a safe space. If you don't want to answer, no problem. Retire Bear says, oh, some people say, okay, so Retire Bear says, pretty much any live that's public shows the city. Okay. All right. Yeah, I'll check that out. Okay, I'm not gonna keep you any longer. You have been wonderful. I have some more questions. I'll leave that on to next week. This week has been packed, even with my stories, and you sharing. I think, I don't know if Crazy Cat Guy is still on, but we wish him the best. Please pray him up, wish him the best for this upcoming week. I really appreciate that. Thank you for being a part of my 1,000 1,000 subscribers celebration. It wouldn't be the same without you, right? And I hope that persons will catch the replay of it in the upcoming week who weren't here. So thanks again, RJ. Thank you, Retired Beard. Thank you, one and only Venus. And I'm just going back to my chat to those who have engaged with me. Thank you, Andel. Thank you. I think we had Israelite. Thank you so much. Thank you, Peace, Love, Sunshine. Thank you, Crazy Cat Guy, and also for joining my membership. He is the first one to join my membership, and Crazy Cat Guy was the first one to join my Saturday Night Live. And we have just been going since. So thank you all those who have viewed. I've been listening in, because sometimes persons tune in but they don't engage, and that's okay. You may be busy doing something, or you just don't want to engage. That's okay too. You're still a part of the conversation because you're hearing, and you may even say things in your mind, when we ask questions or when we are engaging. That's okay. That's okay too. You're in a safe space. So thanks each and every one. I really appreciate it. I hope your week will be bright, full of laughter, full of sunshine and happiness. Yes, I wish the best for you. And RJ says, it's always nice to be here, and it will not be the same if you're not. And also, Retired Beard, thank you for tuning in a second week. Yes, I really appreciate it, each and every one. I really enjoy this. So until next week, Saturday, which is going to be the 12th of April, and by that time you'll be seeing more things coming out. So thank you again. Thank you so much. And Retire Beard, I look forward to your upcoming Kansas City video. And also RJ, I look to your new channel coming up. And I also, Posha, I recommend you should do a movie night. I have been considering it, even when I was in my space and I was watching the stream and all of that. I said I should do a movie night with popcorn and all of that. Yes. So I'm thinking about it. So maybe, but I'll have to move the computer into the living area and have that, where I can still interact. And I'm not sure how YouTube does it. I have to investigate some more. But I brought home some CD from the library. I could find a movie on a CD and play that for movie night, because that is on actually CD. So maybe. So I'll have to check out. This is some meditation that I'm going to listen to. But this one, I'm really interested to see what this one is about. This is the book of Clarence. So it's about this guy in his city and things happen. So when you see right here, it says a mighty piece of cinema. And when you look right here, you see like Jesus would have a feast, the Last Supper is something, like that showing right here. And you see some men. So I'm interested to watch this to see what it is about. And I'll tell you what it is about next week. If it's a good one, I'll recommend it. So, full joy your week, one and only Venus says. Oh, you know it. Oh, is it an interesting piece? Yeah, I'm gonna watch it. Maybe I watch it tonight. I don't know. But they have in the library, they have different movies. I saw a girl dropping off some and then she went in to get some more. But I didn't have the time to look. I was searching for a particular one and I came across these, so I just take them. But the one that I was looking for, somebody already took it, so I put it on hold. Yes, they have this thing where you can put a book on hold or something else that the library offers to use. You can put it on hold, so when it comes back in, they'll notify you, and within a week you have to get it. If that 1 week pass, if somebody else want it, they give it if you didn't come for it. So, it's something to experience, that you can get movies in the library to borrow. I was surprised with that. Yes. So I tell you about it, and we'll talk about it next week, RJ. Thank you so much, so much, so much, so much, so much. It has been amazing. So I'm going to play that song again to usher us out, okay? But I won't get up and do that dance. But we'll just play it again. All right. So RJ says, all I can say for that film is that it's closely associated, accurate to history. The people in Jesus' time would have been black. Okay, I got you. I think I have the idea. All right, I'm gonna watch it tonight. I'm gonna, go and watch. Yes. All right. So we're tuning out with this song. And if you check out when my channel reached 100 subscribers, you see this one. When I reached 50, oh boy, I was very excited. And I did this song and I said, okay, when I reach 100, I'm gonna do the song again. When I reach 1,000, I'll do the song again. So this is it. And this is actually a real place. This is actually me in this. So check it out. It's way down, but you'll see it. All right, bye-bye, guys. Take care. I love you. Love you, love you, love you, love you, love you much. Love you. Bye.